Welcome to the short paper review, where we demonstrate our interactive gesture map for the visual analysis of motion gesture data. Designing interactive systems usually involves the exploration of at least two high-dimensional spaces. On the one hand, we have the space of human behavior, where we are, for example, interested in comfortable motion ranges. On the other hand, we have the space of sensible input, where we are interested in, for example, tracking up to X body joints in 3 dimensions. Extensive research has concentrated on the evaluation of human behavior by conducting, for example, gesture elicitation studies. Although different sensors are used to track the observed behavior, there has been little tool support for the joint exploration of these two high-dimensional spaces. We've therefore created a visual analytics tool for the exploration of motion gesture data, powered by a generative model that relates both spaces. This tool should help researchers to better analyze the data collected in their gesture elicitation studies. On the right-hand side of the application, the user is presented with the gesture map. The gesture map offers a visual overview of the feature space learned by the underlying generative model. It features a grid of body poses discovered in the dataset. The model enforces that similar features lie in the same region. Hovering over the gesture map will simulate a continuous behavior as seen in the preview window to the left of the map. Notice that the simulated behavior can be, but does not need to be, an observed behavior from the dataset. Instead, the behavior can be generated from the underlying model directly. Users can zoom into an interesting region to increase the resolution within that part of the gesture map. For example, this feature can help researchers to better evaluate the subtle transition from one pose to another. They can also pan the map to explore other regions of the continuous map. On the left-hand side, the experiment panel offers selective control over the visible data points. Since individual poses are represented as points in this map, a full gesture is therefore represented as a path connecting multiple poses. Alternatively, a full category or a type of gesture can be plotted as a scatter plot or density plot over the gesture map, highlighting the overall distribution of the body poses in the dataset. When hovering over a specific gesture from the experiment list, its corresponding 2D embedding path will be highlighted in the map. To further emphasize the connection between the gesture sequence and the map, each gesture can be simultaneously animated as a 3D skeleton and its corresponding 2D embedding in the map. By entering the clustering options, users can automatically cluster gesture sequences. They can randomly select initial cluster centers or choose specific gesture instances, which they have discovered in an earlier analysis step. After running the clustering algorithm, each gesture is color-coded according to the assigned cluster center. Each cluster center is then calculated as an average sequence from all gesture instances assigned to that particular group. The center can be selectively viewed, animated, and named for later reference. Please refer to the paper for further details.